Marie, all that cleaning you did was all done very carelessly, I see. Why did you not put more time and effort into all of it? Do you think this level of cleanliness around the house is really okay?
Huh? You think that I did all of that work with little effort? I'm sorry, but I put in a lot more effort than you think.
Right now, it doesn't seem like you're here, so can you hurry it up and get back to the house to actually give this place a proper cleaning?
I'm going to have to work really soon now, so I don't think I can at the moment. When I'm back over there tomorrow, I'll make sure to put a bit more elbow grease into all of the chores.
And you're just an overnight janitor, so you'll be doing the same job there that you should have gotten done here, right? You're better off just giving up that job and coming back to me, since I'm sure they're not paying you much anyway. I mean, the most fun you have at that job is probably cleaning the toilets there, right? I guess you've really lost what it meant to be a human being.
Joyce, if you're looking to take more jabs at me, can we do all of this another time? I'm a bit busy right now and won't have much time to read your messages.
You think you're really that busy? When you actually start putting in proper work every day, both at my house and at your job, then you can tell me you're busy. This is my first time ever seeing someone as lazy and useless as you are, Marie. How about you actually start to take your job cleaning my house up more seriously from now on?
I'm just a little curious, but what part of me is so useless to you? Not only am I working nights as a janitor to make extra money, but during the day I'm over at your house taking care of your husband and doing the chores for you both. And it's always been me doing the chores back home because my husband won't pick up a broom. I have had nobody helping me along, and I've at least made it up to here. Yet even after all the work I've given, you're going to say that I'm useless? Are you sure you slept on the right side of the bed today, Joyce?
I'm just telling you the truth about yourself. I'm just trying to let you know that we really don't need you around us anymore, so what's bad about that? I'm not happy with the fact that recently you've been really falling behind when it comes to getting the chores done around my house. If you don't start picking up the pace and getting all the cleaning done right, I'm going to have to kick you out for good.
I have not been falling behind with any of the chores there. And if there is ever a time where you think I'm falling behind, it might just be because I'm super tired and need a moment to rest.
Tired and need a rest, huh? Why are you tired?
I'm working a job overnight. I have to do both the chores at my house and your house, and I have to care for my father-in-law. The only way I'm even able to work a job is by doing it overnight, because that's the only time your husband is asleep and I can have some time of my own. I'm working a job overnight. I have to do both the chores at my house and your house, and I have to care for my father-in-law. I'm not upset about the schedule I have. At least not yet. But when I'm on my feet all day and night, I really do not get the right amount of sleep I should be. And so recently, I'm not surprised to see that I'm getting a bit tired from not having a break.
What are you talking about? All that seemed to me like was a load of excuses.
Excuses?
I'm also working a job that takes time away from me and leaves me feeling tired, and I'm way older than you are right now, Marie, yet I am still working a job. You have no right to complain to me about being tired when I'm double your age and work still.
I believe I do have a right to complain a little, though. So please do not say such hurtful things like that to me.
And if you do not do the chores here properly for me anymore, then my son is going to start to think twice about a woman like you. So if you understand that now, then maybe it's time you stop sitting around and actually get some decent work done for me for once.
I'm on my way to work now. And I believe I have completed all my chores for the day there and completed them to a good standard. So if you still have any complaints about what I've done, perhaps it's time you question yourself more than me.
You! What kind of dinner is this? I know something's up with you now. All of this, what the hell do you think you're doing by making something like this?
What are you complaining about now, Joyce?
I am not messing around right now, all right? I know everything about what's been going on with you, and I want to know why. Why have you brought home pre-made food for us to eat for dinner? These dishes all came from that supermarket down by the water park, right?
Oh, that's right. I didn't have enough time to get all your meals ready for today, so I just thought it would be all right for me to pick some things up from that supermarket for you to eat. Is it such a problem for you to be eating something like that?
Are you kidding me? You think it's acceptable to give me food like this? Why are you such an awful woman and wife? You should always be able to make food for everyone, no matter what time you do or don't have. You never seem to get any of the chores done here anymore, and I'm sure you just want to keep things that way forever, don't you?
Joyce, today I had to take your husband into the hospital for one of his routine appointments there. And since I have to work now for the night, I thought on my way home I'd pick up some food for you guys to eat that you'd both enjoy. Why do you think you have to throw a temper tantrum when all I've done is brought a few simple dishes for you to eat with dinner? You have to understand that I'm getting tired of not only all the work and chores I have to do, but also of your behavior towards me.
I can no longer accept you as my son's wife anymore when all you're going to do is slack off and not get your job done. I want you to divorce my son and leave his house.
Now you're really wanting to take things to the next level. Are you sure you'd want me doing something like that?
I can no longer think of having you around this house when all you do is sit around doing nothing. You divorce my son now.
I guess you really are sure about all of that. You think that I'm slacking off because of one instance where I've bought some pre-made food from the store and served it to you both for dinner? Well, if even something as little as that is going to get you to throw a fit, then I guess there's nothing left for me to do with you.
I'm the one who has no idea what to do with you anymore. I have had to put up with you forever now, being one of the worst women on this planet, all because you're too lazy to get real work done. And I think Drake is thinking the same thing of you. Maybe that's why he's never home anymore. I bet he has himself another woman now, and she's probably leagues above you in everything.
You think so? Well, if you're going to be bringing up things like that now, I have no other choice but to leave your family. I think I'm completely fine with a divorce now.
And since you can't even do the simplest of things like make dinner for me anymore, I'll be glad to have you gone and out of my hair. We can go right back to handling things here by ourselves, and I'm sure it'll all be a lot easier now without you.
I'll be going then.
And don't you ever come back to my family and house again.
I won't. When I'm finished with my work, I'll be over tomorrow to get all of my things and be gone, out of your sights for good. And once I'm gone, don't ever expect me to come back again. And by the way, since I'll be busy preparing myself to leave and all that, I want you to watch after your husband for me.
Huh?
He'll have to go to the hospital as well. He's had to go at least 4 times a week now for the past few months.
He goes that often? I never knew that.
I know. Now, I'm going to do just as you've wished and leave all of you guys forever. And if anything is to happen to you guys after I'm gone, that's all just a part of what you asked for. I mean, you were praying for something like this to happen after all. I'd like for you to remember that if you regret anything, it's going to be far too late to ask me to come back and help.
I won't regret a second of my life after you're gone. Having a useless woman like you out of our lives will finally allow for us to breathe some fresh air again. Don't you ever come back, you frickin' witch.
You'd better hold responsibility for all you've just said to me. Goodbye forever now. And so long.
Marie, when do you plan on coming back here? You've been away from this house for far too long. Do you have any common sense left in that head of yours?
Excuse me? What are you talking about right now? Joyce, Drake and I got a divorce, and so I have no plans of ever coming back to any of you guys ever again.
Why are you making stupid jokes like that now? Get your butt back here right now. You're being a pain in my butt right now.
I'm not really sure what the hell you're talking about, but I'm not going back there. Why are you even talking to me right now after all you said before?
Without you around the house anymore, the place is turning into a total pigsty.
Really? Who would have guessed that? So are you trying to get me to come back there now only because you were too incompetent to do their chores there? You're a total nut job thinking that you can call your son's ex-wife back over to help out for reasons like that.
Shut up! I didn't think that you being gone would cause my place to end up like this in only 1 week.
Also, I'm sure you're aware that the money I was making from my overnight job is what was supporting your house, right?
Huh? What the hell are you going on about now? Drake is still working right now, so of course he's been the one supporting us this whole time.
Your son is not putting a single penny into your house right now.
What?
I think you'd be better off asking him to start putting money into your house, though, now that I'm no longer there to help. If you don't, he's only going to keep growing further and further from you guys, only spending that money on himself. And when it comes to the medical care for your husband, it's not free. So it's really time you figure out where to get that money from, all right?
You're trying to tell me that this whole time you've been the one putting money into our family? I can't even imagine a half-baked woman like you ever being able to do that.
And I'm not asking you to imagine it. I'm just telling you the truth is all. In my case, I've been working nights every night for a long time now. And on top of that, I was taking care of your husband for you and doing all the chores in the house. And since I'm now no longer a part of the family and I'm long gone, your house has started to have crap build up everywhere. Because you have no clue what you're doing, right? I'm starting to wonder if any of the neighbors are starting to become aware of the stench that's radiating from your home right now.
What? Stench radiating from my home? If they think so, then why aren't they telling me anything?
Maybe they don't want to be seen talking to someone that allows themselves to live in a mess like that? Well, I can totally imagine the dump you're all living in right now. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Joyce, you can't even get any chores done yourself. And when it comes to cleaning, I'm sure you have no idea what needs to be done.
That's because that was your job before.
But before I was part of the family, you were able to handle all that yourself, right?
But I've been so busy working a job of my own.
What? I'm the one that had to be at work for 8 hours a day, Joyce? What are you actually talking about? I worked my 8-hour job every night and then came back to your place to clean up all that trash you left all over, as well as cooked and took care of your husband. Are you not even going to thank me for all that work? Well, at this point, I don't care for your thanks, since it wouldn't be sincere coming from you anyway. But I couldn't have been the only one aware that when I left you guys, that house would become a pigsty, right?
You can say that all you like, but I never actually thought things would get this bad here.
Are you even taking care of your husband properly? If you're not tending to all his needs, then maybe you should call a professional in to care for him.
But having a pro come in to care for him would only cost us more money. I'm already on my last leg trying to get the money we need here as things are.
Well, maybe if you weren't using all that money you make from that little part-time job of yours on yourself, you'd have some money saved to use on a pro for him. But you seem to only really care about yourself, even when things are becoming this bad for you. You're his wife, though, Joyce, so you really should be caring for him a lot more than you are, right? Anyway, I'm going to recommend you get a professional to take care of him, all right? I feel really sorry for your husband after all.
But I can't do everything. I am able to take care of him properly, just like you did, but I never have any time to get the chores done while caring for him. And I can't just quit my part-time job to be at home 24/7. Why would this be happening to me when I really need money as well?
Seriously? Why are you complaining about things like that to me?
Excuse me? You're the one that took care of all this before, shoving all the responsibilities onto me, so please do something to help me.
Is there anything I can do about you guys now?
You can at least come over here and clean for us.
I've already divorced Drake, and there is no going back to him. You and I are complete strangers now. And that means when it comes to your problems, I have nothing to do with them. Why did you even decide to text me today after asking me to leave for good?
I can't do this anymore. I cannot believe you talk to your own mother-in-law like that. You can come back here.
Wait, what?
I'm sure you're living in hell right now all by yourself, right? And for a while I assumed there was no place for you here in my family. But I guess when it comes to using you as a janitor here, I could find some use still in you. You have no other option besides coming back here, so come on home.
What the actual hell is going on with you?
Well then, you can come back here tomorrow.
I have no freaking reason to come back to you, you brainless dunce.
What? What did you just say? Did you just call me a brainless dunce?
Who the hell would say something like you did after all the hell you put me and yourself through? I'm not coming back to your house after all that crap. Like, come on. I'm honestly wondering why after 1 week you're already throwing common sense out the window like that. I told you about all of this before, right? No matter what happens to you all over there, you deserve it, right?
But Drake has told me he never wanted to get a divorce from you. How about you go back to him and talk all of this through? Maybe you'll start to love him again. Then you can come back here and live with us at this house all the time.
No freaking way, you butthead. Nope, nope, nope. You act like I'd ever fall in love with a man like him again when he was the one cheating on me. So no freaking thanks.
What? He cheated on you?
He was putting all the money he earned into this other chick he'd been going out with while having me stay with you and your husband to keep you both pleased. He even had me paying for you both and never gave a single penny. He's an awful man, and I'd cut off my own hands before going back to him. I already have myself a lawyer right now, and he's working on getting me a settlement from Drake. And once that's happened, you guys will really be down on your luck, right?
You've taken things that far now? You really don't have to get a settlement from him, though.
Also, I'm in a new apartment of my own now where I'm able to relax a little and enjoy my own money for once.
What? You've already gotten an apartment?
I'm not going to have anything to do with you guys for the rest of time after I get that money from Drake. So good luck on taking care of both your husband and the house from now on. And with that, the useless woman you hated so much is going to say bye-bye now. Isn't this great, Joyce? You got just what you asked for. Bye-bye now. In the end, I went ahead and completely ignored both Drake and Joyce for the rest of my life. Joyce was never able to pay anything off on her own, and so she's begun borrowing money to try and stay on the bank's good side. Her husband has also begun living without a lot of the care he received before, and his health has started to pay for that. And in Drake's case, he had to end up using all his savings and then some borrowed money paying off the settlement I asked him for. After just a few weeks of neglecting her husband to work more and do the chores, she started to realize that he was dying, and so had to give up her work in order to care for him full time. But when it comes to doing the chores, she still had a hard time getting around to them routinely, and so the house still looks as bad as it did a week after I left. I know that witch was trying to have her fun kicking me out of the house for no good reason, but after making a poor choice like that, she's the one paying in sweat and tears.
Hey, Christine, how have you been?
Huh? Sarah? What are you messaging me for? We don't have anything to talk about anymore.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. We're best friends, right?
Yeah, ex-best friends. I don't consider you to be the slightest acquaintance anymore. Did something happen?
Don't be so cold. Are you still upset? It's been over a month. Why don't you forgive me already?
I'm not mad anymore, but I'm definitely not at the point where I can forgive you. To be honest with you, I don't even really want anything to do with you. I feel like having anything to do with you is just bad news anyway.
It's been over a month. Can't you just get over it already? We've been best friends for like 10 years. That tiny little thing won't be the reason our friendship ends, is it?
It's not a tiny little thing to me. The fact that you cucked me and slept with my husband is not small.
cuffed you? Oh my god. You're being a little dramatic, don't you think?
How else are you supposed to explain what happened?
Well, I just thought that he was attractive, you know? It couldn't be helped. I always felt jealous of you since you two were dating. I just couldn't give up after you married him. You could have just let me have him since I was your best friend.
I didn't know that you liked him at all. And before I knew it, he was dating you. He was asking me to break up with him out of the blue. Have you thought about how I felt?
You're being such a drag. But who cares? Your best friend is finally gonna get married. You should be rooting and cheering for my happiness.
Married?
Oh yeah! Did I not say? I was actually messaging you to let you know. We're gonna get married!
It's only been like a month, though.
Well, we've actually been going out for over 2 months. Besides, I've known your husband for almost 3 years now. You should be alright with it, right?
I see.
Yeah, we're going to have our wedding right away, too. I was really hoping that you would give a speech on behalf of my friends. Is that okay?
The nerve you have to ask me to do your speech at my ex's wedding.
Who cares? Come on. You're the one that got along with me the best. I would have never met him if it weren't for you either.
That's a huge no from me. I can't believe the audacity. You stole my husband from me. How could you say such a thing? I'm actually impressed by you.
Thanks!
I'm being sarcastic.
We actually put our marriage papers in the other day.
Really?
I figured I would tell you first. Both Malcolm and I talk about how you're such a great person. So, you be sure to find your happiness too.
Shut the hell up.
What? Do you still want your ex back? Is that why you're that mad?
I'm not mad, and I have no regrets either.
You're totally lying. You've lost that great-looking rich husband to your best friend.
Huh? Rich?
But it just means that I was the more attractive one. Sorry to break it to you. But I'm probably more attractive as a woman, and he wanted to make me his wife.
What the hell are you talking about, Rich? Is that what Malcolm said?
No, you should really understand that without asking. Besides, he even said it at your wedding. He's an employee at that big-time elite company.
Yeah, that's true, but that was back then.
What do you mean that was then? He's an elite worker, so he's definitely rich. We're about to move into a new home.
Where do you live now? Your house, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna move after this month. We're gonna start a family in a nice house.
Really? Well, congrats. Wish you nothing but the best.
You must be super jealous. You used to live in a dinky little apartment when he was married to you. Malcolm got married to me quick and is even building us a home. He says that he wants a home for when we have kids in the future.
I see. You're talking about moving into a house. He's literally going to move with you into his parents' house.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You're just gonna go live with his parents. He has no money left, so he wants to live with his parents, right?
I mean, that's true, but a nice house is a nice house.
You don't think that's weird at all?
What are you talking about?
He's saying that he's an elite worker. Why would he be moving back to his parents' house?
I don't really know the details that much, but I'm sure Malcolm has his reasons. He probably wants me to be happy, you know? I think he wants me to be happy in a nice house.
I really don't understand. You realize that he's moved from his old company over a year ago, right?
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. He said that he was going to start his own business and started taking out loans.
Loans?
He was tricked and scammed by his friends in the end. He couldn't even start his business. Now he just works as a part-time temp, right?
What the hell is that? I didn't hear about that.
I'm not even surprised. Why would you try to marry him when you don't even really know him?
You were married to him, though. You seem to be having a great time. You always seem pretty well off.
That was because of Malcolm, right? I was paying for literally everything when we were together. And then he cheated on me with my own best friend. Talk about an asshole.
Wait, you were paying for everything?
I'm just curious, but you didn't tell him that your parents run business, right?
I did tell him. Why?
Ah, that makes sense. That's why he left me and went for you. I was getting really tired of supporting him at all. I was actually considering getting a divorce. He must have known.
You wanted to divorce him? You were completely shocked, though, when you found out about Malcolm and I.
Yeah, because I thought you were my best friend, but you betrayed me. But thanks to that, I was able to sue him for damages and it all ended up well. I think he's ignoring my lawyer reaching out to him, but I've already sent the content certified mail to your house too. You better pay up.
Damages? I was just going to ignore all of that. You even reached out to my parents' house? That's literally the worst thing you could do. Please don't do that. I've already been chased off by my parents' house for several years now. If they find out about this, they would freak.
I see. I didn't know. Malcolm is drowning in debt and doesn't have the money to be able to pay rent. So he probably just wants to go home so that he doesn't have to pay rent. I think he's planning on living off of your money too.
I can't do that. I don't have any money.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to sue both of you. You both will pay up. You did this to yourselves. You better take responsibility for your actions.
I'm sorry. It was all my bad. I'll give you Malcolm back. I didn't even know that he had loans. Even if you want to sue me, I don't have any money. I'm going to quit my job next month. I can't pay anything.
I don't want him back. I've already divorced him. You already put in your marriage papers, right?
Yeah, we put in our papers today, but he's off at work right now.
Are you sure he's at work? He might even be at the slot machines.
I just called him and he said he was at work. But I definitely heard slot machines in the background.
I literally told you. But as soon as you tell him that your parents won't be willing to help you out, he might just let you go scot-free. I'm sure he was just after your money anyway.
That's so mean! I thought I was finally able to be a stay-at-home wife and live an elegant lifestyle like you!
Elegant lifestyle? I have been working my ass off. I don't have an elegant lifestyle.
I thought that you were living in an elegant lifestyle with a rich husband. I just wanted to be like you. This is so wrong.
So, in other words, you stole your friend's husband because you had some kind of delusion? That's just karma coming back to you.
I mean, that may be true, but please, Christine, I'm sorry. Save me. Please don't sue me or send things to my parents. I owe my parents a lot of money. If they find out about this, they'll seriously kill me.
That has nothing to do with me, does it? I really don't care.
Don't be like that. We used to be best friends.
Yeah, we used to be. Now we're even further apart than strangers. If you're suffering, I'll only think that it's your fault. You better rethink your actions and pay for all the damages I'm going to sue you for. By the way, Malcolm said that you'll pay for his part of the damages once you two are married.
What? I'm supposed to pay for Malcolm's half too?
I really don't care where the money comes from.
Please, Christy. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me.
It's too late for that now. I don't plan on letting either of you go with anything. So, I hope you're ready to pay up. They hadn't paid 2 weeks after they were charged for damages, so Christine started talking to a lawyer and formally filing for damages. Sarah's parents did feel like it was a little too much work to go to court, so they paid for Sarah, but they completely cut ties with her after that. As soon as Malcolm found out about that, he made Sarah go out and work for him, while also making her take out loans for him. She ended up having to pay for his damages because Malcolm failed at his startup. He seemed to have failed at everything else, too. Sarah had nowhere to go, so she ended up staying at Malcolm's house and is having to work as a lady of the night.
I just wanted to make sure that you're going to be making dinner for me every day now, right? We just had the wedding yesterday, and that now means starting today that you and I are to act just like proper husband and wife. As my wife, you are going to do everything and anything I need from you, right?
Well, you don't have to say it like that, Brody. I plan to be the same woman you ended up marrying, and let's do our best to support one another.
Huh? You're joking, right?
What do you mean? Did it sound like that was a joke to you?
You and I just got married, right? Which means things between us are going to be a lot different now than they were before. I shouldn't have to tell you that, right? You should already know what your job is now as my wife.
What? What things between us are supposed to have changed now besides you and I being married?
Oh, for crying out loud. Are you really begging for me to just flat out say what I mean to you? I guess you really don't have any idea what I'm talking about now, huh? I just told you that we got married and you are my wife now. Do you really think that means we will both be working together to support one another? Do you call yourself a wife when you speak like that about us?
Wait a second. I don't actually understand what's going on here. Are you trying to go on about who does what when it comes to chores now?
I'm not trying to tell you who's going to do what. And that's because you are going to do everything when it comes to the chores around the house.
Huh? What? You want me to do everything in the house?
You're the wife now. And that's part of what comes with being the wife, right? Or are you going to say you never knew anything about that? Did you really just get married to me without that kind of common sense?
What common sense are you talking about? This whole time you and I have been together, we've made sure that we're both equally doing the chores, right? It's been that way with everything, including the cooking.
Come on! Why are you trying to act like I do any of that now, lol? I'm not going to be cooking for myself for as long as you're my wife. You and I got married, so it's your job now to take care of me.
What was all of that then that we had before getting married? You and I were both working together to get cooking and cleaning done. What happened to that version of you, Brody? I assumed that since we've always been doing things like that, we'd continue to do so after marriage.
I'm shocked by this. It's actually pretty incredible that you lack the kind of common sense that women normally have, lol.
Are you trying to tell me that all along you just assumed after we got married that I'd be the only one responsible for the chores and cooking in this house? I don't get it. That's not at all fair to me, especially since we're both working full-time jobs right now.
What kind of fairness are we getting at here? Lol. This is how it's always been for married couple, and that just means you're going to have to put in more work. We both got things we have to do that aren't the same, and that's why it might seem like this is all unfair to you.
Well then, what do you have to do that I don't have to?
Work.
But I'm also working right now. That's the whole reason why you and I have been splitting the housework between us, right?
Well, I'm a male, which means I have a right to work. I don't have to worry about cleaning the house or making meals. Now that we got that clear, I expect there to be dinner ready for me when I get home today. And from now on, you are to speak to me with very polite English. Do you understand?
Would you hold on just a second? You are not the same Brody that I was dating just the other day. You're like a completely different person from him, and it's a bit scary. Is this not just some kind of joke right now? Are you really trying to tell me that this is the man you've been this whole time, Brody?
This is the real me. The only reason I wasn't acting like this before is because we weren't quite married yet. Now that you and I are married, though, I can go back to being the man I've always been.
I have zero clue what you mean. I can go ahead and make dinner for us tonight, all right? But let's talk about all of this again later, please.
What was that food? I know. I already said this once yesterday, but are you actually trying to piss me off right now?
In what way am I trying to piss you off, Brody?
Do you really think I wanted to eat something like that last night? Like, seriously? Do you really think you can call yourself a wife when you only cook up 2 things for me to eat?
I think you're just asking for too much food. I was a bit stressed by how you were acting all of yesterday, but it seems that same behavior is carried over into today.
Why did you only make up 2 different things to eat yesterday? That is not what I call dinner. I want you to make at least 5 different things for me each night for dinner.
5 different things? That's not going to happen when I also have to work every day.
You do realize I'm not asking you to do this for me. I'm telling you to. In other words, this is an order from me.
Huh? Are you going to try and force me into cooking that much for you now?
Hey, shut your mouth. I don't want you forgetting that you are my wife now, and you have new responsibilities. That also means you need to start talking to me more politely.
You really want me to be polite with you right now? Really?
You making me such a little to eat last night has really made me start thinking twice about you and what you're doing. I don't give a crap that you're working a job like me or not. I want 5 different foods cooked for me each night. Do you understand that? If you cannot do that for me, then I can no longer view you as my wife.
Wait, what the actual hell has gotten into you?
Be polite with me!
I'm sorry. What has happened to you, Brody? What you're asking for is impossible for me right now.
Are you going to try making up excuses now?
You're asking me to do the impossible right now, okay? I also have to work, and I also have to start doing all the chores myself, like you've said, right? Tell me, Brody, what are you going to do while I have to do all of that?
As the husband, I'll come back home to the house, lol. Then, once I'm back home, I'm going to enjoy myself. That's the whole reason I got married to you in the first place, Gia, lol.
Are you trying to tell me that the Brody I was with before getting married was just you putting on a facade and acting like you were going to work with me after getting married? You had also been talking about equal rights and everything for men and women as well. Was that all a lie?
Well, I wouldn't call all of that a lie. It just so happened that no matter the couple, after getting married, things will change between them.
So that's how this is going to be? So what you want from me is to just stay quiet and do everything you say? It hurts to see that you've changed so drastically from the man I cared for and loved. But I have no other choice now. I'll make sure to obey everything you ask of me.
Listen to me right now, Gia. Ever since we got married 2 days ago, you've gotten everything wrong. Do you want to be divorced over not being able to cook me 5 things for dinner? You are my wife now. My wife. And that means starting today, I want everything done right by you. Every night, there better be 5 different meals prepared for me to eat.
Understood.
You better not forget that, lol.
But there's just one condition with all of this.
Huh? What conditions are you going on about? Do you actually think that as my wife, you can give me conditions that I have to follow?
I do, actually. And this condition is very important to you, I believe. If you're really wanting me to make you 5 different foods a day for dinner, then you'll hear me out. My condition to you is that in return for having to cook so much, you are going to pay for all the groceries that I have to buy.
Huh? Why should I have to do that? Are you trying to say I need to pay you now?
For the longest time now, I've been the one paying for groceries. I didn't mind doing that for us because both you and I would cook. But from now on, you're not going to be cooking anymore, right? That means you need to start paying for the food you're wanting me to cook, or else there will be problems between us.
Well, I guess you had always paid for the food.
Also, you're the one that'll be eating way more than me every night, right? Having me be the only one to still pay for all of the food is just unfair to me.
You do realize that there's no way you can make a husband and wife relationship perfectly fair to both parties, right?
You want me to make 5 things for you each night, right? Even though I'm working just as much as you are every day?
That's right. If you don't make what I want, then it's a divorce.
Well, if that's going to be the case, then please pay for the groceries. With just my salary, it'll start to get pretty tough for me. Especially when you count the fact that things are going up in price still.
I see. Then I suppose there's no other choice here. But if I'm going to be paying for all of the groceries, every single thing you cook me each day had better be what I want. You get that, right? If you even make just one mistake, things will not go so well for you.
I understand. I was just saying all of that in order to be able to do as you wish. Without you listening to me, I was never going to be able to cook you that much food. But now that we are aware of what each other wants, I can make you 5 things for dinner a day.
And it better not just be all vegetables either. I will not forgive you if that becomes the case.
You've always hated vegetables. But even with you having hated eating vegetables, you and I were always cooking vegetable-based foods to watch our health.
And I honestly hated having to eat all that crap with you. I hate foods like that which only an animal should be eating. And for a while, when we would cook all that vegetable garbage, I started to really think that your cooking was terrible, lol. From now on, make sure to study more meat-focused dishes, so that you can actually please me for once.
Alright, but remember that I still have to work 8 hours a day here.
What was that? Excuse me?
That was nothing. I'll make sure to study up on some good dishes for you. I'll give some new recipes a try for you, and we'll see what all you really like. Goodbye now.
I want steak of all types on my plate every night, alright? Beef, pork, chicken, lamb.
And that's the reason why you need to make sure you give me enough money to afford all of that for you. As long as you keep the money coming, I'll make sure to keep the meat coming.
I have no other choice at this point. Just remember that if you can't make me happy, even with me paying for the food, then it's over for you and I.
Understood. I'll make sure that all of the food is cooked well enough to please you.
You sure will, lol. Had you just said something like that from the very start, then we would have not have had to waste all this time yapping. If you keep up that good attitude towards me, I'll make sure to keep on thinking of you as a decent wife, lol.
Alright then. Just make sure that each and every day you eat your dinner.
Have you made tonight's dinner yet?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Of course I'm making your dinner right now, and it's pretty much finished and ready for you.
What did you end up making for me today? Really, you could add some more vegetables or something for today. Honestly, just a small amount of everything will be alright, as long as there's some green.
Don't you get too worried about that. I've already made everything up for you, and it will be waiting for you when you get home. Today, you are getting a huge plate of fried chicken, as well as some spaghetti. And let's not forget about the country-style omelet that I've made as well. Then we have some beef stew and pork cutlet to finish it all off. Your 5 dishes, all ready for you when you get home.
Just hearing you say all that to me has gotten my heart racing and my forehead sweating. Do you really think I'll be able to eat all that? Just stop it with all the cooking, please!
What? What are you talking about right now, Brody? What do you mean you want me to stop it with all this cooking?
I want you to stop making me so much food to eat every single night, please. I'm getting to the point now where I physically cannot eat the amount of food you are cooking for me. Have you not started to feel terrible eating that kind of food all the time?
I'm not really sure what you're going on about. You were the one commanding me to make all of this food for you every night, right? I made sure to do as you asked me to, and that meant each and every dinner would have 5 different foods prepared for you. It was you asking me to do all of this cooking for you and to make sure there was plenty of meat each time. So what exactly is the problem here?
Have you seen how I've been looking?
What? Well, I suppose you are a bit more chubby than before. But is that really what all of this is about?
My body is getting massive from all the food I keep eating, alright? I'm asking you to please stop making all of that crap for me to eat. How many pounds do you think I've gained in this past month? I've gone up 40 pounds, Gia! 40 pounds!
40 pounds? That really is a lot of fat you've put on them, Brody. Are you trying to become a sumo wrestler or something now?
Don't you make fun of me! Are you trying to make me feel bad about all of this? You shouldn't even be saying anything about how I look when this is all due to your cooking. If you keep feeding me like that, then I'm going to have a heart attack or something.
Well, then why didn't you just stop eating so much when I cooked dinner? All I was doing was cooking your 5 different foods a day for you, since that's what you had asked from me. Are you really going to start complaining about something you told me to do and then blame it all on me? Do you even plan on taking responsibility for what you told me?
Listen, Gia, have you been making me such garbage food this whole time with the intent of making me fat? I shouldn't be this fat after eating what you've been cooking me if it had just been normal food. What the hell are you trying to do to me?
What I've been trying to do is do as you say. And you said not to cook you a lot of vegetables and to make sure there was lots and lots of meat. Don't you feel a little dumb for complaining about the thing you had been saying for me to do?
Who are you calling dumb? I knew this is what you were trying to do. You went along with what I had asked you in order to fatten me up and then have a reason to make fun of me.
Well, I'll leave that one up to your imagination, Brody. But how about you just think of all this clearly? All I did was cook the types of food you wanted from me and the amounts you wanted from me. And after cooking what you wanted, you had the choice of eating it all, like you have been, or just eating the things you could handle, like you should have been. Also, do you really think it's healthy for someone to gain that kind of weight in 1 month? Had you just been watching how much you ate every night, then you wouldn't be looking like a deflated balloon. No matter how you look at this right now, blaming me for you becoming fat is not at all right.
I knew it! You did all of this on purpose! I knew something like this was going to be true. But just hearing from you that you wanted to make me fat hurts. Why the hell would you do this to me? Right now, I'm not even able to fit into any of my clothing, especially my suits. Do you not realize how much trouble you've just caused me by making me this huge?
Trouble? All you've done is caused yourself those troubles, all right? I didn't do anything that forced you to eat all of that food. You have to understand that just like I do, right?
I'm not going to forgive you for this. The fact that you fattened me up like this.
Are you even listening to yourself right now? You were the one that asked me to make all of that food up for our dinner every night, and so I did just that to avoid worse outcomes. I've even been eating the same foods as you, and look at me. I'm not any fatter than I was a month ago. I've just been making sure that I eat the amount I need to and no more.
Are you trying to say it's my fault that I'm fat now? No matter how one looks at it, you've been the one forcing me to eat all of your food. Isn't it supposed to be your job as my wife to make sure I don't get this huge? To maintain my health?
What? You're an adult, right? I don't remember you ever still being a child. If you really are the adult you want to make me believe you are, then you should be able to watch your weight yourself.
You're my wife, and watching my health is your job, your responsibility.
Ugh, you really seem to be just full of complaints now. I mean, you were paying for all that food, so you knew I was buying a lot for you. And you even went ahead and ate all of it, even when it started to hurt. And all of this started because you said that 2 things for dinner wasn't enough for you and that you wanted more. So I did what I was told to and started cooking 5 unhealthy things for you every day. So cut it out with all those complaints and just shut up.
Why are you talking to me like that?
Because I'm tired of listening to you go on and on about crap that is only your fault and nobody else's. If you're going to keep complaining like that, I am seriously going to stop listening to you for good. You were the one that commanded me to do all of this, right?
If you don't stop talking to me with that attitude right now, I'm going to get pissed.
Go ahead and get pissed off with me then. I'm already past my limits with you and am no longer holding back.
What was that?
By the way, when it comes to the cost of all the food, do you know how much it cost for just this month's groceries alone?
What?
I feel that your income this month has all gone right into paying for groceries.
Huh? What?
In order to keep you happy with me and to not piss you off, I've been making sure to buy you all the best ingredients and meat. And you went ahead and ate all that cooking, which was costing you more than just eating out. With that, you went ahead and spent over $2,000 in food this month alone.
Huh? You're joking, right? You quit it right now with all this crap.
I'm not trying to kid you about anything, though, Brody. I've been getting all that money from your account this whole time, so you can tell it's been costing you a lot. You had days where you wanted Wagyu from Japan. Other days, you wanted me to go out and get you the most expensive gelato. You were always asking me for all these really expensive foods, and there was no way I could say no to any of it.
I'm sure I was asking for a lot of higher-priced foods. But who the hell told you it was actually okay to spend that much money on food this month?
Okay, go ahead and tell me how much you said for me to spend each month on food then. Go ahead and tell me how much. I can't wait. Oh, that's right. You never gave me a price limit, did you? So this must mean that you blaming me for all your mistakes is misplaced blame. You were the one that asked for all of that to happen, and I obeyed. You should be thanking me now for going and doing every little thing you asked.
I have no reason to be thanking you for anything. How much longer are you going to pick on me like that before you're satisfied? I'm not going to let you get away with any of that anymore. If you do anything else without my permission from here on, or you make fun of me like that anymore, it's going to be a divorce. Do you want to be divorced by me? If you're troubled by hearing that from me, then you will show me right now that you understand.
I have no reason to understand you anymore, you fat cow.
What?
It's too late for you to get all upset with me and start threatening me with a divorce. The last time you and I fought, you threatened me by filling out and signing our divorce papers, right? Well, I went ahead and handed them in for us.
Huh? You handed those divorce papers in? What the hell are you talking about? There's no way you can just hand those in without my permission.
What? Why can't I?
What do you mean, why can't you? You and I are a married couple. Husband and wife, right? I just got those papers together and filled out in case I needed to scare you into submission some more. You should not just hand those in for real without asking me if it's okay first.
I don't need you telling me if it's okay or not. Nice try with scaring me into submission like that, you dumb bastard.
Wait, Gia! Why do you keep calling me such terrible names like that? That is not at all the way you should be talking to or about your husband, right?
I have had it with you, Brody. You're just a selfish, self-centered, fat-bodied bastard. I've already handed in the divorce paperwork for us, so now all you are to me is a complete stranger. Isn't this just great? You were finally able to get divorced from such a useless wife like me. But understand that you can no longer blame me for anything now. We're divorced now, and all your troubles and problems are your own.
Wait a second, please, Gia! Are you being serious about the two of us no longer being married? I never actually wanted for us to be divorced, though!
Well, even if that wasn't what your plan was with me, to me, you no longer wanted me around you, and that meant divorce. There really is nothing else for us to talk about now, right?
Wait, just a little bit more. We're not divorced. I didn't do anything wrong to deserve something like that. Tell me what I did wrong.
You did everything wrong, my guy. Being married to you was a real miss on my part, I suppose. Right now, I don't even want to see your fat face anymore. So now, would you please just go away forever?
Gia, wait, please.
I think it really is a good idea to stop begging me to wait and get a hold of yourself instead. Now you go ahead and enjoy your diet of meats and carbs, and I hope you end up on one of those major weight loss channels really soon. Although you're going to have to cook all that yourself, because I'm not sticking around to cook you any more grease. After that, Brody tried with all his might to get Gia to listen to him and come back, but Gia wasn't having any of it and completely ignored him. Not only did Gia tell the fatty to get lost, though, but at work, everyone began to realize just how fat he was and started to side-eye him all the time. He's no longer respected by anyone within the office or outside of it, and will have to try really hard to gain anyone's respect back. But before he can do that, he might want to start with changing his whole diet so that he has the energy to move around again.
Hey, Brianna. Thank you so much for the investment.
Hi, Ryan. No problem. I really wanted to help you.
The project will definitely succeed thanks to you.
I really didn't do anything, but I know you would do the same for me when I'm in trouble.
Yes, definitely.
Well, my dad used to have an investment from your dad, so as his daughter and the current CEO, I'm just returning that favor.
You don't need to do that. Your father was a shrewd businessman, and I learned a lot from him. His death really is a great loss to us.
My dad was a cheerful man enjoying life every day, so he's probably drinking in heaven right now.
I would love to join him someday.
Me too. So please don't be too sad, because my dad won't like that, okay?
You're right about that. I'll do my best for him.
Me too. I actually need to make sure not to make my dad's company go bankrupt.
You are independent. I love that. I can't believe that a perfect woman like you is married to Micah.
I'm not perfect. Micah is outstanding and more perfect than me. He got into a big company without any connections, and he's a top salesman, right? I have a lot to learn from him.
Yes, but he's still a newbie and needs to learn more about the industry.
He does? I thought he knew everything.
He doesn't. I'm pretty familiar, so I'm going to teach him.
Can I sometimes join in too?
Sure.
Actually, may I hear about this at dinner tonight if we have time to talk?
Absolutely, but since all of my relatives are coming, there might not be time. I'm so sorry.
Please don't apologize. Let's enjoy the dinner tonight.
I'm so nervous to introduce you to my family because you're so out of their league.
Don't be. Everyone is equal, and I don't judge people because it's a waste of time. I'm excited to meet new people, so don't worry about it.
Thank you so much. OMG, you are the nicest person.
Am I? I'm just being myself. Anyways, see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Hey, you!
Who's this?
Victoria!
Hi, did something happen?
I heard from Micah that you're at my house. Why are you there?
Isn't today the family dinner? I'm just waiting for all of you to come home. Is there a problem? Can I not be here?
Of course not. You don't have my permission. That's trespassing. I also don't even know you, so I'm going to call the cops.
Oh my gosh, are we seriously doing this again? I told you before that trespassing is when a person who you don't know goes into someone's place without permission.
Also, you know exactly who I am and even know my ID. Do I need to tell you my name again? It's Brianna. Please remember, we're family. Yeah, whatever. What? Family? Since when? Sorry, but I don't know you. You said I was when I got married to Micah. Oh, I did? I don't remember that, but even if I did, I take it back. Did something happen to you, like an accident? Because it seems like you forgot about this and other things. Or is it age? Nothing happened, and stop treating me like I'm old. I'm still young. Oh, you must be okay because you're talking back. That's good. You made me nervous. Are you making fun of me? No, I was scared. Anyways, did you forget my face and name? I'll be meeting you in a little bit, so would you like me to put it on a name tag? I can if you want me to. That way you'll remember me. That's enough. Are you trying to pick a fight with me? What? Pick a fight? No, I'm just worried about you and thought it would be a good idea. If I do that way you'll get to know me. You don't have to do that because I don't care. Why are you mean when Micah is not around? What do you not like about me? I really want to know. Fine, I'll tell you. You're not part of our family. I asked you for the reason. That answer is like saying the house burned down if I ask you why there's a fire. We're not talking about a fire right now. Are you stupid? I know that. It's just an example. You were so weird. This is obviously not getting through your head, so we'll end this conversation. You know what? You're pissing me off, so please leave. I'm asking you nicely. Why? I just got here. So what? I don't want to see your face. Please don't say that. I'm excited for tonight because we're having sushi, right? I was craving for it, so I definitely want to eat it. Who said that you're allowed to eat? It's a family dinner, right? Yeah, but this is my house, so I have the right to decide. Plus, didn't I just tell you to leave? Keep on saying that it's your house, but the owner is your husband, right? I'm sure he'll say I can stay. I don't think so. Why? He doesn't want you to be part of the family. He's tired and annoyed at your attitude because you act like you're above everyone else because you're a CEO. I know you're lying because you never say that about me. I'm actually surprised that you're forgetful, but can make up a lie. Is this one of your talents? I'm not lying about this. Do you have proof? He said this on the phone, so I don't. Also, Micah. He once told me that he regrets marrying you. He called you an idiot. On the phone, huh? It's obvious that you're lying about this because I just talked to Ryan 10-15 minutes ago. And Micah yesterday, and they told me how much they appreciate me. It's true that I'm an idiot, though. Should I punch you in the face once? Maybe you'll remember everything and change your attitude. Shut your mouth. Just admitted that you're an idiot, right? Yeah, I mean, it's better to be honest than lie like you. I'm not surprised because your dead father was an idiot, too. Excuse me? He was exactly like you, like father, like daughter. Weird and two-faced. I would be embarrassed to have a father like him. You can talk shit about me as much as you want, but not my dad. You just crossed a line. I can't stand people making fun of my dad. I'm just telling the truth. Anyways, I'm going to be there in a little bit, so if the sushi comes, can you receive it and put it on top of the kitchen counter? It's only for my family, so you can't have any. Your dinner is canned soup that I put on the floor for you in the dining room. I'm leaving, so that's not going to happen. Oh, are you mad? Yeah, I am. I'm going to let Ryan and Micah know about this.
Oh, hi, Brianna. Did you call me?
Yeah, I did. Sorry to call you while you're at work. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Don't worry about it. Sorry I couldn't pick up because Victoria was calling me. My lunch break is over now, so would it be okay for me to text you? I could call you back in like an hour or so if it's easier to talk on the phone. If it's an emergency, I can call you now.
Victoria called you? I bet she was lying to you. It's not an emergency, so texting is totally fine with me.
Thank you for understanding. Can we talk about Victoria first before you ask me something? Sorry.
Actually, that something is about Victoria.
Oh, did something happen between you two? She was talking shit about you and said how you were being rude to her.
What? Are you serious? She was the one being rude to me.
Don't worry, I knew that from the beginning, so I didn't really listen to her.
Do you know what she told me? She told me to leave the house because I was not invited and not part of the family.
Did she really say that? That's very rude of her. You were always welcome in my house because you're like family to me. Plus, Micah and I invited you. What the hell is she talking about?
Thanks, Ryan. She also said that you were tired and annoyed by my attitude because I looked down on everyone because I'm a CEO or something like that. But I know you will never say that.
That's right. Never in a million years will I say something like that.
So that's why I didn't listen to her. Do you know what else she said?
What?
She told me to can soup on the floor instead of sushi because it's only for her family.
Seriously? You can't believe her. You don't need to do that, okay?
Yeah, it was ridiculous, so I decided to go home.
What? You're going home?
Yes, she also said one more thing that really pissed me off. I don't want to see her because I might punch her in the face.
What did she say? You're not like this, so I'm surprised.
She said that my dad was weird and an idiot.
Oh, that is not okay. She crossed the line. I'm so pissed off right now. Thank you for telling me everything. I have a plan, so can you please send me screenshots of the conversations you had with her?
Sure, do you need my help with that?
No, I can do it by myself. Thanks.
Hello? If you see this message, please respond or else I'll call you until you pick up. Can you stop calling me 60 missed calls in 10 minutes? Seriously? Why are you not picking up? I was driving from my office to my house listening to Backstreet Boys. That's why. I can't text while I'm driving. Everyone knows that. What the hell do you want? Please come back. Why? My husband is pissed at me. Yeah, and? What did you say? I just told him what you said to me, that's it. Can you come back and ask him? He's ignoring me. Hey, if you're home, can you call me? Nope. I know it's going to be a waste of time. I want to take a rest without any distraction until my reservation time for the sushi restaurant. I couldn't eat at your place, so... Please, our family dinner is ruined right now. Oh, is it? Well, I'm so lucky I was able to leave because I really don't like family dinner. That's not what I want to talk about now. No one is going to tell me why my husband is pissed off. I will tell you then. Your husband has an investment in my company. What is that? What does that mean? It means that I'm helping him earn money, so do you have any idea how bad things will get if we don't get along? What? Really? I don't care about that. Why didn't you tell me about this? Well, we agreed to keep it a secret because we thought that people would be concerned about this because it's risky. How much did he invest? Why should I tell you? Because I'm his wife. It's his money and he told me not to tell you. I don't care if he told you not to tell me. I have a right to know. That's not my problem, so can you talk to him about that? Oh, Micah's also pissed off, just to let you know, and other people too. Other people? Wait, did you tell my relatives also? Yes, I did. I sent them screenshots of our conversation. Is this why everyone is in another room talking and staring at me? Maybe. There might be other reasons too. I don't care though. Nellie, excuse me? I want to take a nap before I go to the sushi restaurant. No, please, can you come back? I'll apologize. I'm going to get kicked out of the house. You should experience hell once because Ryan has been spoiling you this whole time. Now that you're in this situation, do you regret what you've done? Yes, I do, and I don't know what to do. Gee, what should I do? Hi, honey. I'm so sorry for everything. I didn't know that you two were business related.
You were about to break the relationship I had with our company.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize to you as many times as you want.
I also can't believe that you were going to make Brianna eat canned soup off the floor.
No, I was thinking about eating that later on. You know, like a midnight snack.
I have all the screenshots of the conversations you had with her, so don't think about making excuses. Also, it seems like you said things that Micah and I never said.
Oh, about that.
The number one thing that pissed me off is you making fun of her dad. She was trying to be cool about that, but she was really pissed off.
Look, I'm regretting what I said and what I did.
You've done something that's unforgivable.
I know that. I'll be more careful not to say those things from now on.
from now on? There is no from now on. I want you to leave the house.
What? What do you mean?
Leave the house and let's get divorced. I can't deal with you anymore.
Wait, please don't leave me.
Everyone here agrees with me, so just shut up and leave, okay? I'm asking you nicely.
We talk about this and rethink what?
There is no need to talk about this. Bye.
Wait, please. Why are you still calling me? 700 missed calls? Really? Where are you now? I just finished eating sushi now, and since I don't have anything to do, I was thinking about going to the city and looking for the fattest rat. I'm at your company now. Why? Oh, are you going to apply for a cleaning job? Thank you, because we did need one. No, I'm here to ask the company to make an investment for my husband. What are you talking about? My husband's investment. Weren't you planning to do it today? Even though you're not here, I'll ask someone. Are you serious? People will think you're crazy if you do that. Are you inside the building now? Yes, and I'll go talk to the employees. I don't care because I'm going to get kicked out and get divorced. I actually did it already today. What? Then why is he still pissed? I thought he was mad that you didn't do the investment. Are you stupid? Did you think that that's the reason? Seriously. Yes. Wow, I don't even have a word to say to you. By the way, I just got a text from one of my employees that the police is going to be there soon. What? Why? You stormed in and yelled at everyone and threw staplers and calculators at them? And at the wall, so of course the cops are gonna come. You could have hurt one of my employees and you made a hole in the wall. I'll demand compensation because you damaged my property. Sorry I did that, I was panicking. It doesn't matter. I'm so embarrassed and I don't want anything to do with you, so I'll cut ties with you. Wait, we're a family, right? Can you explain to the cops that I was panicking and misunderstood something? Who's this? I don't know you. Sorry, bye. Victoria was taken away by the police for trespassing and obstruction of business. Because of that, everyone in her family cut ties with her, and since she had nowhere to go, she became homeless. She needed to pay for the compensation but had no money, so she had to go into debt. She's now a day worker, working long hours every day. The canned soup that she was going to make me eat on the floor is now her expensive meal. How funny is that, right? On the other hand, Ryan had a very successful project that I invested $30 million in. He's now focusing on his job to cover up the loneliness of being single. But Micah and I will always be there for him. Now that Victoria's gone, I'm living a stress-free life and I'm enjoying my life every day.